What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the bebop language and one of the pioneers, the masters of bebop language, Mr. Charlie Parker. Now, he was, of course, a virtuoso on the saxophone, but we don't have to be a saxophone player to absorb the language. So today we're going to study a few Charlie Parker licks that certainly got the attention of my ears. We're going to analyze some of these lines and figure out how to practice them and make them a part of our playing. So here we go. Let's start with a little bit of anthropology. Okay, now this is a really lovely lick over a major arpeggio. If we break this figure down, we look at the important target notes of this line. We're looking at our C major in our key, our C major arpeggio in thirds. Now this C major arpeggio is broken up by approach notes coming under and over. So let's have a play through this pattern. It's a really nice major line. It's a great one to practice in many keys. Another useful way to look at this phrase is to invert it. We can also invert this phrase and use it in an ascending fashion, the same way that major arpeggio broken into thirds. Let's have a play through that together. Okay, so let's have a listen to another Charlie Parker phrase he plays on a different recording of Anthropology, and we'll talk about why that's very important for us as jazz clarinetists. Let's have a listen. Okay, let's have a play through that line together. It's in our key of C major. Okay, you may recognize that if you're a student of history. This is a very important obligato line that was played by one of the masters of early jazz clarinet, Alphonse Picou. This is a very important aspect of jazz clarinet history. It's from the recording of High Society. Have a listen to him playing this himself. It's in our key of F major. So this is a great piece of language. Once again, it utilizes our general C major scale and arpeggio using those target notes. It's a great phrase to incorporate into your solos, and it's an important part of history. Here's another phrase that Bird likes to use over rhythm changes. He does this a few times. He does this on Merry-Go-Round, which we're going to have a listen to right now. You'll find that the general tendency of this pattern is to be moving up the arpeggio of a diminished chord and then back down an alternate arpeggio of the diminished chord. And you could probably analyze that as possibly a dominant 7 flat 9 or sharp 9 sound weaving out through the chords. It's such a great sound over this chord progression, over rhythm changes. And you can also use this as an exercise. Using this alternating diminish is a great exercise. It's the lick that I opened the beginning of this video with. So it's a great sound. It has a constant feeling of motion because you can consider that diminished scales, but you could also feel that as almost dominant chords descending. It's a great sound, and it's a really good exercise too. It really gets you to know your diminished arpeggios. So let's have a look now at a few ways to end a song in a very bebop fashion. Here is the ending that Bird plays on Dark Shadows. He does this often to end a song. It's a beautiful major type sound. So it's a beautiful major 7 type ending. If you play that at the end of the song, people will know that you've checked out some bebop. Here's another great ending that is very commonly played, not only by Bird, but many of the bebop artists. Let's have a listen to this. So this one is actually a very, very old traditional English tune dating back as much as the 18th century. It's called English Country Garden or Country Gardens. I actually have no idea how this became part of bebop heritage. If anybody has any ideas or thoughts about that, please write in the comments below. That would be interesting for me. So there's a few Charlie Parker lines that caught my attention recently. If you want to delve deeper into this, there's an ebook that's available on our website, jazzclarinetlessons.com, called Playing in the Style of Charlie Parker, where we go a lot deeper into much more of the bebop language and ways to utilize that in a practical sense so it will come out in our improvisations. But that's all for today. Happy practicing and hope to see you soon.